Uruguay in 2 shades of blue. Round 2 from Las Vegas is underway with the USA controlling the tip.
Man-to-man defense early for Uruguay.
We spoke with USA head coach Jeff Van Gundy. For those NBA fans out there, how is FIBA basketball different?
More physical, you see it right there, no call. Frank Mason gets knocked out of bounds, we see no call right there. Obviously, there are some different rules. The goaltending, what will look like goaltending. That basket created by the offensive opportunity. The good job by Dakari Johnson getting us a second opportunity.
Off the reset, Frank Mason makes it a 2-0 lead for USA. Federico Pereiras outside of the arc. Sebastian Vasquez, real tough player, misses off the back of the iron.
We talked about the differences in international ball. We won't see as many pick and rolls. It will be more physical. There'll be more three-point shooting.
13, push right here.
Sebastian Vasquez gets called for his first.
You know, getting off to a good start has been a problem, David, for the U.S. in all their earlier competitions in FIBA Americas. So Jeff Van Gundy and his staff really looking for this team to jump out in front early.
The low loss for USA came against Mexico on the road, the first game of a qualifying window.
They trailed 18-0 in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Derek White spinning in the paint. It's off the iron. Diego Garcia has the rebound and leads the break for Uruguay. Pereiras lost the handle. Henry Ellison comes up with the loose ball, fighting his way inside and missed the layup.
A really good defensive possession. Ellison did a good job helping out on the 2 pick and rolls.
Atili Passos counted and one. The 33-year-old inside and a chance at 3.
As is often the case, David, you miss a layup on one end, it usually leads to trouble on the other end. This is just a mismatch. Passos too big, too strong for Derek White. Derek, if you're going to foul internationally, you better take his arm off or they're going to get the and one.
Passos, a rare player in which he played all 6 games for Uruguay in the first round of play. Off the miss, up ahead to White. USA wants to get transition buckets.
Frank Mason pushing it, and with a nice delivery, Derek White, that time we finish inside.
Garcia across midcourt. Sebastian Isaguera, 11 in blue. The good outside shooter can stretch the floor. Instead, it goes back inside to Passos, and it's knocked out of play.
We can see now the transition end-to-end play right now for the United States is causing Uruguay all sorts of problems. They're going to have to do a better job of getting back in transition. He comes off the screen, looks for the option, but this is just a foul on the ball. If you remember, in the last window, the United States went to Mexico where they came away with a very surprise defeat, but nonetheless, it was a lesson for them to never underestimate their opponents here. Uruguay also coming off a huge defeat when they played Argentina. Both these teams have something to prove in this game. Takes it in the lane, kicks it out. We got a 3-ball in the corner, but no, gave up the 3. Another kick out, 18-foot. The shot is up, nothing but net. Well, that's just good basketball right there for the United States. Uruguay really need to get something going into their offense. Play with a bit of confidence here. The pick and roll. It's going all the way up. Passos, boy, he missed a layup. Well, they get an offensive rebound. Passos now in the low block. Got to use the strength. He's got to use the power. Gets blocked. 3 on the shot clock. Turnover. And the United States will get the ball back. Well, You can see Johnson just using the athleticism, but how about this for some unselfish penetration kick-out basketball there for the United States. Mason now comes off a screen. Kicks out. We got another kick out. We got a three ball. The three is up. It's no good this time. The Uruguay just a little uncertain of their play, whether to pass the ball, whether to take the shot. But you know, in a game like this, you have to be so clinical. You've got to know what decisions you're making. Try not to predetermine what you're going to do. You got to be able to read the game. Comes off a screen, catch and shoot for three. The three is way off. Well, Federico Pereiras had a good look there, just got to sink it. Goes down the lane. Got another kick out, one more penetration off the dribble. No good. Well, there you can see Federico Pereiras doing a good job going in. Not allowing Dakari Johnson, stands at 7 feet tall, to have an easy lunch there. Well, Frank Mason just going to go to the bench. He's replaced by Travis Trice. Well, they get it in. We got another quick jump shot. It's up. It's no good. And now Vasquez can break. They're going to go with a pick and roll now with Passos. Vasquez, time, space. Well, Vasquez wasn't too sure what to do. He turns it over, and now the U.S. can break. Trice has to bring it out. Gonna try and isolate. Steps back, gets him up in the air. Down low, good, beautiful basketball. Well, Derek White just made a great cut to the basket. The assist from Travis Trice. And Uruguay are gonna have to call timeout. Well, the United States now playing with a lot more focus, a bit more energy than they did when they played in the last window. Be sure to make sure the same thing does not happen again. Well, Uruguay only 1 for 5 from the field, while the U.S. 4 for 11. You know, it's all about being able to read the game and not trying to predetermine what you're going to do. All of these U.S. players haven't played in the D-League, some of them brief spells in the NBA, but some of them also playing overseas as well. Dakari Johnson just coming off the back of the season with the OKC Thunder. He'll be going to China to play for the Qingdao Eagles. That would be a good move for him and good experience as well. A little bit of exposure to international basketball. I think you'll know who he is. And the Diet Coke, reminiscent of his days with the New York Knicks and the Houston Rockets, always with him on the sideline. Mr. Van Gundy, very experienced basketball coach, as is his brother. And now Uruguay really have to get something going right now. Don't really want to come off the back of two big defeats in these qualifiers. Now you can see they got a pick and pop situation where the three is up and the three is tucked away beautifully. That is number 11, Sebastian Izaguirre. And that would just settle the nerves of Uruguay. On to play with a little more confidence. Well, they go into a 2-3 zone now. I think for the USA is to really spread the floor, try and get some open looks. Down the middle, puts it up from 5 feet, and it's tucked away. Number 11, that is Henry Ellenson. All he knows about playing for the United States, as he's done it all the way through the youth system. In 2014 was the champion with the under-17s. Pazos now down low, give and go. The cut is made to the basket. And that is number 20, Diego Garcia. Nice little 1-2 there between Attila Passos and Diego Garcia. Now the USA now just trying to battle against that 2-3 zone. Just got to move the ball, get some open looks. Takes it down the middle, pulls up for 50, and one. Well, what a drive by Dwayne Bacon. Well, you can see the give and go. Well, that's the pick and pop there. Izaguirre just nailing the three. Now, Uruguay can hit a few perimeter shots. They can give themselves a little breathing space in this game. Dwayne Bacon just making the aggressive drive, penetration down the middle, pulls up from the free throw line. He gets the M1. Well, he missed the M1, but again, the offensive rebound, and Ben Moore just goes in and treats himself to an easy 2. Well, the former Indiana Pacers player will get an easier bucket than that, that's for sure. Garcia, they try to go to another pick and pop again with Izaguirre out of position, got to shoot it. Garcia puts it up, it's an air ball, and it's another turnover. The United States will get the ball back. Well, you can see they were trying to go to the pick and pop play, but Izaguirre just wasn't open. Now he's got to be very realistic with what his team is capable of doing tonight, and their job is to stay in this game as best as possible. They go down low. The big man backs down, fades away with a jump right hook, in and out, can't get it. And now Uruguay can break now. Garcia just going to push it down in transition. Uruguay gets a handoff. Passos looking for a kick. Got 4. Passos, he's got to be aware in that situation, time and space. He wants him to cut to the basket, but really he's got to make things happen and back down. He's being guarded by Jamal Warney. That's a bit of a mismatch with Passos as well. He's got to really just use his size and strength. Well, Kiro Washman checks into the game as he gives Passos just a break, the 33-year-old veteran. Baseline ball now to Uruguay. Washman, time, space, had the shot, gave it up. Pulls up, forces a 3, it's an air ball. Wow, Uruguay really struggling to get an open look at the moment. Steps back, tough shot, the shot is up and it's tucked away. Well, Dwayne Bacon just starting to light the mid-range at the moment, causing all sorts of problems for the Uruguay 2-3 zone. Garcia, another pick and pop. Now, there's a poor pass, but Izaguirre gets it up. Now, you got to think, had the pass been better, could Sebastian Izaguirre got his feet set a little better? You see they're going for that pick and pop play, but you know, as a shooter, you really want the ball where the bread is butter. If you have to catch the ball off balance, it doesn't really help your case. Well, Maro Zubiaru takes it down the middle all the way, makes the contact, and he draws a foul. Will be a sideline ball to the U.S. as it's still only the 4th team foul for Uruguay. Just under 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Just under 10 to go here in the shot clock. You need to get something going. Use the athleticism. Gets a quick shot off. 3 ball is good. Travis Trice. Well, tough situation. Got the shot off. Just sank the triple. You see that pick and pop play now. The United States just reading it very well. Washman now in the low block. Backs down, kicks out. We got another 3. The 3 is up. The 3 is no good. Uruguay really setting for everything on the perimeter at the moment, and now the United States can break. Transition kick out, 3 is up, 3 is in and out, but it's good. Well, good transition basketball. United States really dictated what's going on. 3 from Chasson Randall. This is a different United States team that we saw in Mexico. An illegal screen set on Washman. Another turnover. I mean, how about this for a tough shot? Crossover, step back, 3 all day. Nice little transition down the basket. Now, the thing is, every time you got a United States penetration, the entire Uruguay defense collapses, which is going to leave a lot of wide open shooters. If the United States keep making all the shots tonight, it's going to be a long night for Uruguay. Down low, Randall kicks out, good ball movement, U.S. Well, splits two defenders off the backboard, doesn't get it. Foul on the ground. Foul is on number 19, Nicholas Catala.
Fouls on Nicholas Catala. His first personal. Penalty.
Jamel Warney is now at the free throw line. Makes the first free throw. Jamel Warney from New Brunswick, New Jersey, played at Stony Brook College. Also just coming off the back of a season with the Dallas Mavericks, and he'll be moving out to China next year. We'll be playing with the Anhui Wenyi basketball franchise.
Fouls on Ben Moore. That'll be his first personal. 13th foul.
And now Uruguay just going to try and spread the floor a little bit, but they need a few options. The one-on-one basketball just isn't going to work for them in the moment because they're diving all over the floor. They turn it over, bit of showtime, lays it up, easily done. Well, the United States just too physical, too quick for the Uruguayans. Right now, nobody wants the ball. Well, there's the strip, and there's the dive on the floor. And it all starts with Ben Moore just getting on the floor, getting dirty. Right now, they just want it more. And offensive fouls there set on the handoff. We've got 34 seconds to go here as Uruguay can try and have one crack at the U.S. Try and just put a few more points on the board for the end of the first quarter. Comes off the screen. Well, you know, no time to get the shot off, but there you can see they finally get something going. Now that's Mauro Subiaure. Just gets a penetration to the basket, makes the contact, and draws the foul on Mason, so he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's a little bit better now from Uruguay. The young Uruguayan guard missed the first free throw. It plays for Atenas in the Uruguay Domestic League. He makes a second one. Gives Uruguay its 8th point of the quarter. Now the United States are going to go now for the last shot as Frank Mason just runs that clock down. They want to go pick and roll. Comes off the screen, shakes it, banks, kick out, 3 in the corner. Oh, baby! Well, Chasson Randall now hits his second 3 of the quarter. The United States leads this one by 20. As they really have just dictated the tempo. They're going to make amends for their loss in Mexico in the last round. That is as it stands here at the end of the first quarter. Uruguay, a little bit of soul searching to do here. Trying to find their identity. Well, there you can see all the stats really just going in the favor of the United States, but it's all about desire, going for second opportunities, really just wanting it right now. The thing is, they put so much pressure on Uruguay. They make it so hard. Now, Passos, you thought it was going to be a good night for him in the early stages because of the mismatch and the size, but really, just the end-to-end fast break basketball for the United States has made transition defense so difficult for Uruguay. A lot of these players with stints in the NBA, but will also be looking for professional contracts overseas. A few of them heading out to the CBA next year in China. The 2019 FIBA World Basketball Cup will be held.
And let's hear it for the UNLV Rebel girls. And now it's time for some free stuff. Time to get on your feet, make a little noise for some freebies. But we remind you to stay in your seats at halftime for another performance from the Rebel girls.
Well, I think Van Gundy will be very pleased with the start they made to this game. Oh, almost turned it over again, but they just keep it alive. Now you can see just the defense off the ball is making it very difficult for Uruguay, but I think the United States don't want to get in trouble as a foul trouble with the overcommitting on the help and the denial. Randall picks up his first personal foul. Isaiah Hicks just checks into the game for the first time. Come off the screen now. Garcia makes the contact. Now that's a bit better there. As you can see, Zubiaure again making the penetration, drawing the foul. It's on Frank Mason again. So again, this is a different dynamic now for Uruguay. He's got to go to the free throw line and make these two shots. You know, so that's 2 fouls picked up for the United States in the space of 11 seconds. You know, if Uruguay can just get the penalty early, any time they can get fouled, they go to the stripe, but Zubiaure's got to make those free throws. Correction, that is Federico Pereira. Makes the second one. Tries to pick up Frank Mason in the full court, gives him a little bit of trouble, and they almost turn it over. White gets a handoff in the lane, kicks it out. Mason from 15 feet, and Frank Mason just tucks it away. Well, the assist came from Derek White. Unselfish basketball for the United States. Now they try to put on their full court pressure. Mason now moves up to 6 points. And another lackadaisical pass, they turn it over. United States transition, give it up. Well, there's a foul on the ground. Ben Moore will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Fouls on Federico Paredes. His second personal. First team foul.
Ben Moore stands at 6'8", currently in a dual contract with the Indiana Pacers and the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. As Uruguay bring back in Izaguirre, they'll try and spread the floor, put another shooter in there. For them right now is they got to try and get the shots off. The boy from Illinois missed the first free throw, but only 23 years of age, probably still trying to prove himself that he can play in the NBA. So he makes the second one. Garcia picks his dribble up. Now Uruguay just breaking a little bit better, but got to capitalize at that point. Go back door and they turn it over. Well, keep it alive. Well, they turn it over again. In the lane, Mason for 3. Yes, sir. Well, again, it starts with Derek White, kicks the ball out to Frank Mason, who just drains the triple. Uruguay now at 9 turnovers. Comes off a screen, kicks it out. They go down low. Uruguay fades away in the paint, doesn't get it. Poor shot. Now the United States can break again. Oh, beautiful basketball, but he just turned it over. You can see right idea. Isaiah Hicks ran the floor so well. Now how about this? Again, just a simple penetration, kick out, shooters open. Yes, sir.
Dwayne Bacon returns. Pasos back to the contest now.
Well, now Pasos is back into the game, try and give Uruguay a little muscle in the low block. Pasos down the low block, gets a foul already on Isaiah Hicks now. That will be the third team foul.
Second personal. Third team foul.
That's a huge mismatch. And Pasos has got to realize that and realize, look, right now, he's going to be the key that's going to keep his team anywhere in this game. As soon as he gets the ball in the low block, he's going to have to use the size, just cause a few problems. Even if he gets fouled, just get to the free throw line. Pasos down low in the space. Well, there's an offensive foul called. Well, the official did not like how Pasos used his body under the basket. We'll have to see a replay of that.
That's an offensive foul on Pasos.
Well, he picks up his first personal foul, but again, we talked about going right at him in the low block, and he did just that, but he's got to be smart. Comes off the screen, pulls up from 18 feet, and it's tucked away. Well, Dwayne Bacon again, he's loving that mid-range off the dribble. Passes now, looking for players to get open. Comes off the screen, Pasos in the low block, kicks it out. We got a three down the side. Uruguay really struggling to get a basket. He only scored that one free throw. Ellenson bumps, kicks out. Thought about the three, but in the end, decided not to pull the trigger. In the lane, steps back, 15 feet in and around, and he gets it to drop. Well, Travis Trice now, and they turn over again. United States, transition. Alford, he'll kick out. Bacon in the lane. Bacon fades away. This time he misses. Passes now, comes up and sets a screen. Looking for option, nowhere to go. It's the big man in low. He's got to go up with it. Goes up, and Pasos gets the and one. That is the first field goal for Uruguay here in the second quarter. Well, they've got to know where the bread is butter right now, and quite frankly, the only thing they're going to get in this quarter is Pasos in the low block. He's really the only player that can really just give the U.S. a few problems. His fourth point of the game. We got a timeout now to Uruguay, as they're going to have to talk it over.
USA.
Well, Mason right now leading those scores for the United States, while Moore has 4 rebounds. He also has 3 assists as well, but what I'm really looking to see right now for the United States is the unselfish basketball, but also it's just his decision making. Sometimes you can be too unselfish and end up not really going what you're good at, but this game they're playing confidently. They're shooting the ball well from the perimeter, which is a big thing for them.
Ya que no la agarramos, doble puño, vamos a robarla y después nos metemos zona. Pero muchachos, vamos a empezar a correr. Dale. Vamos, socio. Let's go, boy. Let's go.
Passos cannot make it a three-point play. And now the United States can break again as they lead this one by 27. Comes off a screen now, pulls up from the mid-range, and it's the same result. Dwayne Bacon now, 8 points, same situation, pull-up jump shot mid-range. Now Uruguay, they get the ball in the corner. Well, it's the young fella. Why not? Pulls his luck from the corner. He can't get it to drop. Joaquin Rodriguez just checks into the game. Ellison turns it over. And again, it's a sloppy pass from Passos. Alfred down low, under the basket. And it's just easily tucked away. There's Jamal Warney. And now United States lead this one by 31. Passos comes up and sets the screen. The United States appear to really just sat back now because they realized Uruguay, well, Passos now sinks it from 18 feet. And we just put a few more points on the board for Uruguay. Crosses over, behind the back pass, right idea, but they turn it over. Warney wasn't ready. Travis Trice, you can see how explosive he is as a point guard, but Alfred spotting Warney under the basket. Again, we talked about the unselfish basketball. Splits the defenders. Well, he's got to pull up for that. Izaguirre will. Izaguirre just knocks it away from 10 feet. Well, Travis Trice pulls up for the three, and you cannot leave him open because it's and one. And Travis Trice will go to the free throw line to make it a 4-point play. Well, the young fella from Springfield, Ohio, just pulls up. Garcia gives him a little knock. Well, currently playing with the Milwaukee Bucks, having his first stint this season coming in the NBA. He played in Australia. So he makes it a 4-point play. Puts the shot up, doesn't get it. Try it again. Well, the young fella puts up the floater, and this time he gets it well. Young guy, Joaquin Rodriguez, no fear, and he almost comes up with a steal. Uruguay keep it alive. In the lane, makes the contact, doesn't get it. As Ellison comes up with a loose ball. Well, Bryce pulls up for another one. Trice can't get it. Rodriguez with a rebound. Now trying to prove a point. Zaguari thought about the three, but well, they almost turned it over again, but they just keep it alive. He's showing a little bit of flair right now. 19 years of age, plays for Aguada. They're just going to the bench, but stands at 6'1". He's got a bright career ahead of him, that's for sure. Be great for him to go back home, let the family and the friends know I played against the United States in a FIBA World Cup qualifier. It'll be interesting to see how his career progresses. The potential that he has, a very quick, explosive 6'1" guard. Uruguay really have struggled from the free throw line tonight. I mean, they haven't had a lot of points on the board, but when you want to get back into the game, you have to make all your free throws. They kick it out. They got another wide open three from the corner. They don't get it. Now Uruguay can chip into this deficit again. Passos now gives it up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez pulls up for three, almost gets it, but he can't get it to drop. Frank Mason in the lane, gives it to Warney. Warney spins around well. Warney, too easy. No pressure whatsoever. Was able to spin wherever he wanted, and in the end, he got the shot off. They go down low, the big man. He's got a mismatch, got to go up with that. Joaquin Rodriguez knocked him, but net. And the young fella, 19 years of age, now moves to 15 points. They go back into the 2-3 zone. Ellenson now tries to take in the lane. Well, Uruguay got to be more aggressive. Rodriguez just allowed Ellenson to go right by him. A lesson for the young player. Passos had no choice but to step in and commit the foul.
That'll be a 14th foul. Henry Ellenson will be at the line. He shoots 2.
Well, Ellenson makes the first free throw. We talked about his involvement with U.S. basketball from a young age. He played for them in the 2014 FIBA Under-17 World Championship. And he'll know all about the international games. He makes the second one for Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Played his university basketball at Marquette. Selected by the Detroit Pistons. Garcia now brings the ball up under pressure. He's guarded by Frank Mason. Rodriguez in the lane, goes pick and pop, smart play. They get a shot wide up. This is better for Uruguay now. They didn't make the three-pointer, but the ball movement a lot better. White on the wing, gives it up to Mason. Comes off the screen, back to White. White pulls up, deep three. It's up, it's no good. United States get the offensive board. Mason with the floater. And it's too easy right now. Garcia looks for Passos. Passos thought about the shot, but didn't take it. Well, Rodriguez cut to the basket, gets fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, the young fella, another chance to put some more points on the board in his debut here. The floater timely and calculated there by Frank Mason. Well, the free throw struggle still continue for Uruguay. I don't think they've had a player go to the free throw line and make 2 in a row yet. Makes the second one. Uruguay now staying in that 2-3 zone. It's the only way they can really hang around the United States, because man for man, the United States are just so explosive. But against the zone, it still don't matter. Chasson Randall gets the backdoor pass for Frank Mason, and he'll go to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. How about this, a pass from Frank Mason? But all about Chasson Randall and his baseline cut. Clearly you can see Sebastian Vasquez, no clue where ball and man is together. In the lane, gets the screen now. Well, they turn it over, sloppy pass, but they get it back. There's an unsportsmanlike foul called, so Ben Moore now will go to the free throw line for 2 shots, and the United States will get the ball back.
Fouls on Diego Garcia. That'll be his 3rd personal.
Garcia picks up his 3rd personal.
Ben Moore at the line. He'll shoot 2.
Well, Ben Furthermore, we talked about his dual contract with the Fort Wayne Mad Ants and the Indiana Pacers, but this is a great opportunity for him to let his employers know how he's progressing through the summer as he makes it 2 for 2. Stands at 6'8", versatile 4-stretch 3. White comes off the screen now. White. Go down low to the big man. Big man time, space. Easy shot. Again, Uruguay don't box out. Mason crosses over. Kicks out. They turn it over. Uruguay will get the ball. They're down by 34 with 43 seconds to go here in the first half. And a timeout is called as Uruguay will try to draw up another play.
¿Corto yo primero? Sí. Así que la tira se puede dar vuelta, si no se puede. Exacto, vos corta primero.
Uruguay, you can see not a lot. Passos, Rodriguez, all joint top scorers for them with only 6 points, but for them it really hasn't been about staying in this game. It's about really just playing for pride and trying to get a good shot up at least. Mason tries, Bacon, Randall. See the points that's shared across them, but Uruguay would have thought with the result that Mexico got in the last window that it was a good opportunity to make a name for themselves, but clearly the United States have done their homework. They're really ready for this one. Uruguay have the ball in the full court. Rodriguez comes off the screen. Back to Passos. Good pass by the young fella. Well, that was probably the best passenger play we've seen. And it started with the young man, Joaquin Rodriguez. Just gave a little pick and roll play with the veteran Passos. United States, 2 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. White pulls up, time, space, doesn't get it. Uruguay with a few seconds and, well, he attempted a shot, but it went over the backboard. But that is as it stands here at the end of the first half, as the United States lead this one by 32. Uruguay really have to start to see themselves and start to believe in themselves. That is as it stands. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just show you a few stats and a few highlights. Don't go anywhere too long because we'll be back in literally 14 minutes for the second half of this FIBA World Cup qualifier between the United States and Uruguay. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
That's okay. We need to have you stay in your seats. We have a special halftime performance. And this time with company. And how about some more freestyle, folks? Stand up, make some noise. USA Basketball updates at your fingertips? Well, you can download the USA Basketball app today for the latest news on all the men's and women's national teams and youth development updates. You can check out the rosters, the photos, and videos, and more today. Available at Google Play and Apple App Store. And fans, don't forget, on November the 17th, the Las Vegas Soul Festival will be at the Thomas & Mack Center. And you can see some of your favorite artists like Ashanti, Keisha Cole, and more. And you can get tickets at UNLV.com or call 702-739-FANS. That's 702-739-FANS. USA Basketball is committed to spreading the positive power of the game of basketball through establishing youth development standards across the nation. Make sure your young community is getting the most that they can from the sport by learning from the best practices in coaching. For more information, to learn how you can obtain a coaching license, visit usab.com/join us. And if you can't make it to the 2018 FIBA Women's World Cup, follow all the action online at usab.com. And you don't want to forget to gear up for the USA teams. You can get your official USA Basketball Men's National Team gear available right now on the concourse.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, now as we get set for the second half of this FIBA World Cup qualifiers fixture between our host United States and the visitors from Uruguay. Young fans there, family, enjoying the occasion with some popcorn. That will be very happy to see that the United States have like a house on fire in this game. That's the thing about the United States. You never know what kind of team they're going to put out here. A lot of these players are coming from the development league, the G League they call it. It's a great opportunity for them. They're trying to cement some professional contracts in the NBA and overseas, of course. Goes back to Kyrie Johnson, man, 7 feet tall on this team. Next year will be in his first taste of international basketball as he goes to play in the CBA for the Qingdao Eagles. Traveling contingent of Uruguay fans. Probably be less impressed with the way their team's performing. I think they've gone into the halftime locker room to reassure themselves and try to have a different mindset here in the second half. It was good to see Joaquin Rodriguez, the young player, only 19 years of age, make his debut. 6 points already, showing no fear going at the American guards. And that was the thing for Uruguay was, you can see from the early stages, nobody really wanted the ball. Nobody really wanted to make things happen. They just let the turnover after turnover. Derek White just been phenomenal, isolating and making the defense collapse. The United States will have first possession here in the second half. They'll try to get things going. You can see now Dwayne Bacon. Now he's pulled up for 4 of those. Can't get the first one to go here in the second half, but Garcia just trying to get things going. We're going to lob the backdoor play. Gives up the passes now. It's smarter. See what Uruguay trying to do. They're trying to have a little bit more movement off the ball. Sebastian Vasquez went for the backdoor play. Pass came from Rodriguez. Rodriguez puts it behind his back, shows a little bit of finesse, but they got 4 seconds on the shot clock. Garcia's gonna have to shoot the ball. The fade away, it's a poor shot. The offense looked a bit more confident, but at the end of the day, you only can make so many cuts and so many penetrations. You gotta shoot the ball at some point. Mason will try to get things going as Derek White goes all the way with a floater, kisses the glass, doesn't get it. Ellington with a tip back. The same story where Uruguay don't box out, just get punished. Garcia comes off a screen, kicks out. Vasquez takes it baseline, makes a contact. Another kick out. Izaguirre will try for 3. The 3 is up, and the 3 is good. Sebastian Izaguirre. Well, it's his 3rd 3 of the game. It's his 9th point. Derek White now. Nobody stops him. Dwayne Bacon, big miss. Well, he was on fire in the first half, but you can see just starting to lose his touch. Garcia now with a mismatch against Ellenson. He'll kick it out. Rodriguez puts up the floater. The young fella, well, it's a good attempt, but he can't get it. In the lane, Derek White, 3, transition, yes sir! Nothing but net. The assist coming from Frank Mason. Those two really connected on the court. Just seem to know each other's whereabouts. Comes off the screen now. Uruguay pulls up from 15 feet, doesn't get it. And the United States can break with Ellenson. Mason tries to split the screen underneath. Derek White just dunks it. Too easy. And just look at the swag after the dunk. Vasquez tries a penetration in, puts up a shot off the backboard. He kisses the glass. Well, Sebastian Vasquez, only his 4th point of the night. White penetrates, gives it up under the basket, makes a contact, but he just lays it up. Well, Dakari Johnson. The assist comes from Derek White. Joaquin Rodriguez just does well to get the handoff and draws the foul on Derek White. So now kicks it out, and White just with a beautiful shooting form, and it's just too easy at the moment. But again, you got to watch Frank Mason, just such an unselfish point guard. And again, getting another assist from Derek White. Garcia tries his luck from the perimeter, shots up, it's no good. Well, Washman not giving up. That's been better from Uruguay, shown a little bit more heart. But then they turn it over. Ellenson now in transition, gives up to Mason. Mason dishes off, keeps it alive. Dakari Johnson under the basket, can't go up with it. The United States will get the ball on the baseline. Well, you all know who he is, ladies and gentlemen. He's probably here watching a few players. Mr. Pops, probably watching which free agents he can pick up. As Dwayne Bacon just tucks it away from the baseline again off the dribble. Takes it in the lane, tries the finger roll, doesn't get it. Vasquez trying to go in for the offensive rebound now. Derek White can break, goes behind the back, backdoor pass. Ellenson under the basket, lays it up. And the United States lead this one by 40 points. Well, Vasquez comes off a screen, looks for options, but can't quite get anything. Puts it up, it's a tough one, forced the shot. Now the USA can break with Dwayne Bacon. Dwayne Bacon spins around, shows the ball handling skills, kicks it in the corner. Mason for 3. Oh, baby! Unselfish basketball from the United States. It's just too beautiful. They lead this one by 43, and Uruguay has got to call timeout. Well, it started with Dwayne Bacon and the spin-out move, penetration in, kicked it out to Derek White. Just one more pass to his counterpart. Frank Mason just exploits the Uruguay defense. Garcia playing the guard role, really just leading the way right now for Uruguay on the rebounds, but really it's a seldom situation where your guards and your backcourt are your top rebounders, but that's just been that kind of night for Uruguay. Ellison has 9 rebounds, only a few points away from a double-double for mind you. Moore and Bacon chipped in 6 and 2 each. Uruguay really struggle to get really things going on offense, but takes it all away well. And that is as easy as layup as they have had all evening. A little bit of a mix-up and confusion there on the defense for the United States. Another kick out now. Justin Randall gives it. Ellington in the corner. Tucks away the jump shot. Ellington now only 1 rebound away from a double-double. Moves up to 10 points with 9 rebounds. Garcia comes off the screen. Well, why not? Pulls up from the perimeter, shuts up, no good. Now they can break. Transition. Well, didn't take the 3. Wow, nobody stepped out. Justin Randall is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Fouls on Gonzalo Iglesias, his first personal. And the 15th foul.
We'll be happy with how the way his team has responded since the last window. A lot of different players in this window, but you know, it's never easy to go on the road to a place like Mexico and play in front of such a passionate and hostile crowd. Really pleased to see how his team have played tonight. Justin Randall makes the second free throw. Well, time and space now. They got numbers. Washman pulls up, takes from 15. He can't get it. Looks like the foul's on Dwayne Bacon.
Fouls on Dwayne Bacon. That'll be his second personal. 13 foul.
Well, he's got to go up with it. Time, space off the backboard. He gets it to go. Gonzalo Iglesias, well, you can see he was unsure. Wanted to pass it out, but he realized that he had the time and space. Well, another one. Dwayne Bacon pulls up from 18 feet. Doesn't get it. Comes off the screen, kicks it out. Iglesias takes it in, bounce pass. Washman doesn't shoot the ball, makes the contact, misses the layup. Good shake and bake and a fadeaway by Dwayne Bacon, can't get it. Washman with a rebound. That's this now. In the corner, down low to Washman. Cross court to Iglesias. Well, shakes and bakes, goes all the way, but he gets called for a carry. Well, they actually call a foul.
That'll be the 4th team foul.
Only the 4th team foul, so Uruguay will get the ball sidelined. They won't be getting any free throws. came off the screen. Good ball movement. Iglesias wide open. He's got to make it. Perimeter shooting still struggles from Uruguay. As in numbers 4 and 2 transition. Alfred three's up, and it's good. And the boy from New Mexico gets his first 3 points of the game. Smooth transition there for the United States. A little bit of run and gun basketball, but 15 fast break points. Numbers Uruguay's only 2 fast break points. Vasquez Washman, this time he tries with 15 again, and this time he's able to tuck it away. 42-point deficit now. The United States really in control of this. Makes a spin, and he goes up. It's Sebastian Vasquez unable to guard Jamil Warney. Vasquez gives it up now. Barreras makes the contact, puts it up, gets the floater, and he's able to get the layup up. Well, 3 USA players around him. Surprising, we'll see one of them came up with a block. Oh, crossover gets him in the lane, under the basket, and it's a monster dunk from Jamil Warney. Well, beautiful passage of play. And it started with Travis Trice, who got the assist. And Jamil Warney just threw it down with authority. Foul off the ball, and that's a 15 foul, so Barreras will be going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, there's Travis Trice, the no-look bounce pass, and Jamil Warney just throws it down with authority. Barreras makes the first free throw. Now, can he be the first Uruguayan player tonight who makes both attempts and a visit to the stripe? Does just that. Remains a 43-point deficit in favor of the United States with just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. This game been lopsided since the first quarter. Trice now, avoids a double team, takes in the lane, dishes it off, and Alfred, tries to make the cut to the basket baseline, wasn't ready. You can see Travis Trice is hoping. He just spot up on the perimeter. Iglesias gets a handoff now. Garcia takes the screen. Washman takes it in. Draws the foul on Alfred. Washman will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, he makes the first one. Washman just probably playing out of his depth in this game. Physical player, but hasn't really been able to be effective on the offense. Passos, 33 years of age, veteran, coming to the end of his career, but you know, what an ambassador he's been for Uruguayan basketball. Just comes up short there on the free throw attempt. Foul off the ball. Here's the fouls on Emiliano Ceres Donato. It will be 13 foul. There's 12 seconds left.
Foul is on Emiliano Ceres. First personal. Second team foul.
12 seconds for the USA to get a shot off. That's a backcourt violation. As Washman just did enough to get his hand in the passing lane. Washburn gets a handoff now. And again, they turn it over. USA now. Trice in the lane. Well, they missed the layup, but he's fouled. So Ben Moore is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Poor passes of play there from Uruguay. Did so well to get the steal, but just didn't take care of the ball. And again, Pereira's just jogging back. He's got to sprint to the position, get in front of Ben Moore. He picks up his 3rd personal foul. Ben Moore will have 2 free throws here at the end of the 3rd quarter. Makes the first free throw. Well, Ben Moore, as we said, it's a great opportunity for him because he needs to prove to the Indiana Pacers why he's playing with them. And in fact, he can play up the ranks. Makes it 2 for 2 from the stripe. Uruguay with 0.5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. They trail this one by 44 points. United States playing some fantastic basketball, up and down, end to end.
And after 3 periods, USA 84, Uruguay 40.
We begin the 4th quarter. Uruguay trail this one by 44. For them, it's a matter of pride. Ending this game on a note as strong as they can. Pereira puts up the floater, can't get it. Foul pissing on Derek White as he just gave a little bit of a nudge to Washburn on the offensive rebound. This is the foul on Pereira. That was on Washburn, so Joaquin Rodriguez will inbound the ball baseline. Pereira puts it up off the backboard and 1. We talk about playing for pride, and you talk about finishing strong, and it's just an aggressive drive in the lane. That's against Warney. Just puts the floater to avoid the block. He gets the M1 off the backboard. Strong move. Makes it a 3-point play. In the lane, bumps around. Oh my Lord! You've got to be kidding me! Well, Ben Moore, Indiana Pacers, are you watching? Transition now, gets the pump fake. Iglesias, he tries another 3. 3rd attempt, he does not get it. There's a foul off the ball. I mean, look at this, the layup's in, and Ben Moore just comes in and cleans it all up. What a dunk. I mean, that is just athleticism, accuracy, calculation. Yes, sir.
First team foul.
in the lane. Derek White pulls up for three, doesn't get it. Iglesias with the rebound. And now the young man can break here. He's better now from Uruguay. Good ball movement. Well, he tried the bounce pass in the lane, but he wasn't there. That's another turnover. Derek White comes off the screen now. Throws the alley-oop, and the alley-oop is good! Well, you thought it was mistimed, but he just threw it up, and he said, Isaiah, go fetch! And he just ripped the ring down. And now the U.S. can break in transition. Well, you know, the United States, credit to them. You know, the standard basketball fan would love stuff like this, just the alley-oop, it just rips the ring down. Isaiah Hicks, it's just one way to really just build the energy, get your teammates involved. And a lot of credit to the United States. They've played some fundamental, unselfish basketball tonight. They've moved the ball, they've had some good shots. Stuff like that is just extra for the fans. And Alfred just turns it over after giving the U.S. offense just a little too many accolades. Rodriguez now guarded by Derek White. Good matchup to the young fella. Crosses over. Kicks out to Washman. Puts a hand up. Why not? Pull the three. Three's up. It's no good. Hicks now transition. Gives it up to Derek White. White makes the bump. Wow. Garcia with good defense here. He's a young player. Could be somebody to be reckoned with in the future. Rodriguez, he tries his luck from three, gets fouled. Joaquin Rodriguez, with his length and his athleticism, showing no fear right now to the USA. Has 6 points tonight, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 3 free shots. Just maybe, this is a player in the making for the future of Uruguay basketball. He makes the first free throw. Makes the second one. Only 19 years of age. Stands at 6'1". The important thing for a young player like this is to go under the wing of a more experienced player. Really try to idealize and develop that work ethic and professionalism. He missed the third free throw. And who knows where his career could be in the future. Derek White in the lane, puts up the floater, and one for Derek White. He's just been absolutely, probably the best player for the United States tonight. Away from Colorado, playing for the Austin Spurs. And a brief stint with the San Antonio Spurs as well. Played his college basketball at the University of Colorado. He's actually interesting story with Derek White. Played 3 years of Division II college basketball for Colorado Springs Mountain Lions before making the move to the Colorado Buffaloes. It just goes to show when you put the work in, you really make a difference at one level. Your talents get recognized, and here he is now playing for the United States, and also for the San Antonio Spurs. And 46-point lead to the U.S. Rodriguez gives the bounce pass to Washman. What about the three? Crosses over, keeps his dribble alive. This time he takes the three, and the young fella, wow, Joaquin Rodriguez. Remember the name, ladies and gentlemen. Kept his dribble alive, got the shot off. He now goes to 11 points, his second tray of the night. Underneath the basket, and they lay it up. Well, nice 1-2 there. Ellenson with the assist. Rodriguez, well, young man, every time he gets the ball, just wants to go at the U.S. defenders. Garcia to Washman. Washman lays it up. Nice little 1-2 there. Good benefit from Uruguay. Well, this one by 43. Washington overcommits. He gets called for the personal foul. How about this for some shake and bake and ball handling, step back, three-pointer, and he loves it. He knows it. 18 years old, just showing a bit of flair, a little bit of swag. Alfred gets it in quick release, gets his feet set, and that is beautiful. Young players watching, just look how efficient and quickly Alfred got his feet set, and how quickly he got the jump shot off from the three-point land. Oh, splits the defense, nice play there. Washman kicks it out, Pereira's for three. Now the USA can break again. Alfred, another kick out, another one. Trice pulls up from 15, can't get it. Well, they fight over the rebound, makes the contact, and just used the strength, and Isaiah Hicks just stares him down afterwards. You can see the young crowd. Well, the crowd want Rodriguez to go at the United States. Tries another three. This time he doesn't get it. And there's a foul off the ball. Well, look at this for getting his feet set and a quick release. If you want to play professional basketball, those are the attributes you need to have. You cannot have a slow jump shot at this level. His father was a college basketball coach. Used to hang around in the lockers, sit courtside. He's been around the game his whole life. Bryce Alford played at UCLA for a couple of seasons and currently playing with the Oklahoma City Blue. Son of Steve Alford. He was a former professional player and college coach, probably of the UCLA Bruins. Comes off the screen, pulls up from 15, doesn't get it. And now the USA can break the mark here with a two. They can go up by 50. Steps back for 15, the fadeaway, and it's good. Well, Frank Mason breaks the mark of 100 points. It gives the USA a 50-point lead. Rodriguez gives it back to Washman. There's a foul on the ground. That's a 15th foul. So Uruguay will go to the free throw line.
Fouls on Travis Trice. That'll be his second.
And Washman has had quite a tough night tonight. And simply the fact is, he's given everything, but he really is just playing out of his depth. Only 5 points. He makes the first free throw. Makes the second one. 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. United States lead this one 100-52. Chasson Randall just comes back into the game. Randall now looking inside, but Travis Trice now gives them a nice little 1-2 there, and one. Chasson Randall got the assist from Dakari Johnson. Bit of mailman qualities there. There you can see the ball thrown down low to Dakari. Just sees Randall. Good vision. Well, Chasson Randall now can make it a three-point play and move to 12 points. Rodriguez. A nice little pass, got it in the end. Washman turns it over. Washman with the jump floater, doesn't get it. There's a bit of an over-aggressive rebound from behind.
Yeah, we're all right, guys. We're all right. Shoot on the other end.
That was a tough situation as Isaiah Hicks really is behind Hernando Caceres. What professionalism there from Isaiah Hicks. I mean, that was a tough situation. Caceres was out of control going for the rebound. Hicks did not retaliate or respond. You see, he took quite a bit of a hard knock there from behind. Nonetheless, didn't let his emotions get the best of him. What a professional he's proved himself to be. Well, he missed the first free throw. Oh, former UNC basketball player from North Carolina makes the second one. The New York Knicks just come off a season with the Westchester Knicks in the D-League. Rodriguez throws it away. Tries down low. And the and one by Dakari Johnson. And he's going to go to the free throw line to make it a three-point play. An assist from Alford. Well, here's the turnover. Transition right away in the fast break. Well, it was actually Travis Trice. He makes it a three-point play. Gives the United States a 55-point lead. Thought about the three, kicks it out. Corner, Pereira shoots a three-pointer. Doesn't get it. Trice, transition. Alfred thought about the three. This time he takes it, and Alfred can't get it. Such a beautiful shooting form there. Washman fades away in the post, can't get it. He had Rodriguez wide open in the corner. Tries cross court. Alfred thought about the three, gets a handoff. Another kick out. The United States not forcing the issue right now. Trice steps back, jump shot. He can't get it. Washman with a rebound. It's under 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. United States lead this one by 55. Rodriguez with the floater, doesn't get it. Trice crosses over. Kick it out, they get the three out. The three is up, and the three is good. Jason Randall now moves to 15 points, and is the top scorer for the United States. We got a timeout now. The USA lead this one by 58 points.
Vas a salir en junio, Fede. Joaquín acá. Vas a salir para el lado de aquí.
Frank Mason and Jason Randall, the scorers. One with Derek White with 14, 16 with 15. Uruguay, it's actually 19-year-old Joaquin Rodriguez. He's leading score with 11. This is a good game for him, a good opportunity to prove himself. Washman now with the ball on the baseline. Splits in, gives it to Washman again under the basket, and he gets blocked, but he's fouled in the process. So he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Foul appears to be on Chatham Randall. Washman makes the first free throw. He moves up to 8 points and 4 rebounds. 2 for 2 from the stripe. The United States will try to kill this game off now with under 2 minutes to go. White, Dwayne Bacon having very impressive performances. In the lane, kicks it out underneath the basket. Reverse layup, well, uncontested. It's not getting easier than that for Dakari Johnson. Back to a 58-point lead. Kicks it out, Rodriguez. Steps back, behind his back to Washman. There's a foul. The foul is on Bryce Alford. Fernando Garceres, you had that wild foul against Chatham Randall. Now he will take his 2 free throws. He makes them both. Ladies and gentlemen, in other games right now, Mexico are currently down to Argentina by 2 points with 10 seconds to go. 3 ball is up, it's no good. And Rodriguez with a rebound. And Mexico came away with a very impressive victory against the United States in the last round, which shook the world a little bit. Wolford all the way. The tip back dunk by Dakari Johnson. It is a 58-point lead to the United States. Rodriguez will go up against him. And there's another foul on Alford, so Pereira will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, Alford with the in and around layup, but Dakari Johnson just to clean up and throw it down. Free throw struggles in the case all night now for Uruguay. Just haven't been able to capitalize. As you mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, there's 8 seconds left in the other game as Argentina playing Mexico. In the lane, kicks it out. Travis Trice has to put the 3 up. It's no good. And it's out of bounds. That's the last 20 seconds of the game. All the way, gets the bump. No foul called. Dakari Johnson, they'll dribble this one out as the United States win this one 114-57. It's business back to usual. In other games, Argentina coming up victorious against Mexico. So Argentina and the United States looking in good contention to qualify on further out of this group. But for the Uruguay, it was a painful lesson. Another heavy defeat in the second round, as they saw in the last round against Argentina. The United States restore their pride after their loss against Mexico. It was a very convincing victory. Dwayne Bacon, Dakari Johnson, Isaiah Hicks, Derek White all played impressively. Not to mention a very impressive debut for that young man, Joaquin Rodriguez, who top scored for Uruguay with 11 points.
Those phones in your pockets and purses, and drive safe, Nevada. All the best to both the national team of Uruguay and the USA national team. We wish you all the best.
Well, where next now for Uruguay? It is more or less a must-win for them after this. As they will go back home on Monday, and they will host Mexico in a very much must-win for both teams. And there's no doubt in the mind that the United States will be in contention to qualify. For the United States, for them, they're on the road on Monday as they go to Panama City and they take on Panama. I'm sure everybody will be looking on the 29th of November this year when Argentina and the US go up against each other. That will be a very big game. Some of the big guns will be featuring for the United States, I imagine, as well, because Argentina will be putting out a very strong team. I think for the USA is after their loss to Mexico, they realize they won't take anybody lightly. You can see Mason, Randall White with 16, 15, and 14, but really, it was all about the young fella for Uruguay, as Joaquin Rodriguez just had a very impressive performance. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll just show you a few highlights, and we'll leave you for tonight. Remember, games all across the globe. Download the app. This is my house. Follow all your favorite teams, get updates, scores, stats, whatever you need. Right now, it's the second round of the international qualifier. Games all across the globe. FIBA brings you the most exciting basketball. Tonight, it was all about the United States. Unbelievable style they played, made easy work in Uruguay. And there's more games to come. Well, if you can follow as much as possible on livebasketball.tv. We'll see you soon, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, it's good night from Las Vegas.